On April 23rd, 2024, I started up a stream and began the first attempt at a challenge run I made up called Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate Deathless Weapon Lock. Welcome to the Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate Deathless Weapon Lock. Before this, I streamed a quote-unquote practice run to route everything out. The practice run was just playing the entire game with Guild-style hammer and writing down my route in silence as I didn't want to spoil what the actual run was. On my first attempt, I made it all the way to Shigaru Magala, and I did slay him without dying. However, shortly after, I died from a Barioth trying to farm its weapon. I don't have the footage of that death, so I hope you enjoyed my recreation of it. I immediately went on to attempt 2 sometime in May of 2024. This attempt was even better than the last, as I made it all the way to the G-Rank Gatekeeper, Diablos. I timed out to him and then unfortunately died to him on the next attempt at the quest due to a miscalculation in my route. G-Rank was so close, but unfortunately the Diablos Gatekeeper kept that gate closed. What I did next was put the run on hiatus. My main reason for doing this was the run was just very long and hard. Just to get to the Diablos Urgent took me 60 hours. I couldn't keep wasting a lot of time on just this run alone, so I abandoned it for a very long time. This run, and Diablos for that matter, would haunt me with each passing month, with a few chatters making jokes on how I will never return to the challenge again. Until I decided to fix up some things in my route. With a newly improved route, I started the attempt you are about to watch on January 12th, 2026, almost 2 years after I began the challenge. This is Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate Deathless Weapon Lock Attempt 3. Now with that long backstory out of the way, you are probably asking yourself, what the hell is a weapon lock? A weapon lock means after doing 5 key quests with one weapon, I can no longer use that weapon and it becomes locked. However, 3 weapons of my choosing are allowed to do 6 key quests because, you know, math. The weapons aren't the only thing that gets locked. The styles also get locked after a certain amount of usages. For the styles, after I use one style on 2 weapons, then it gets locked and I can no longer use it. Except 2 styles are allowed to go on 3 weapons because, you know, math. If you haven't played GU, styles basically change the moveset of weapons, and have a common mechanic between the weapons. The less confusing and straightforward part of the challenge is it is a deathless challenge, meaning if I die or cart a single time, I have to delete the save and start from the very beginning. So to put it simply, I have to beat Generations Ultimate with all 14 weapons in 6 styles without dying a single time. The other rules are I can only do a hub quest, I cannot do a single village quest. This makes the run harder by not being able to get certain food ingredients and other things that are locked behind village. I cannot hunt any hyper monsters. Now you might be thinking this makes the run easier, and yeah, hyper monsters are scary and I don't really want to have to deal with them, but it makes the run a lot harder because majority of weapon upgrades and armor upgrades require hyper materials. So I am pretty much using worse gear than what you should have when playing the game. And the last rule is the run ends when Ahto-Ka is slain. Alright, time to get on to the actual run. We got 73 key quests to go through, so let's not waste any more time. My starting weapon and style is Alchemy Heavy Bowgun. Gunner armor is very bad for Deathless, so it only made sense to get those weapons out of the way first. In Old Gen Monster Hunter, Blade Master and Gunner armor are completely different sets, and Gunner armor sets have way lower defense. The first thing I did in the run was go straight to the Palico farm and scout for healing Palicos. While waiting for my buddies to arrive, I needed to go gather shiny beetles to craft a better heavy bowgun. Ignore Rich and Matt, they are temporary Palicos. After getting all the shiny beetles I needed and crafting a better heavy bowgun, I accepted the first key quest of the run, tackling the Tetsukabra. There it is. Will he hit this? Wait for it. No. Explode him. Another fireball. Big. And he runs me over and he doesn't even crunch right away because he's still stupid. Oh shit. Damn, he almost got it off. Me being stupid. I cast Fireball. Oh fuck, did that go over him? I was not close enough to him. Hold up. Chill out. Fireball. Damn it, it didn't kill. I tried. He was so close to dying there. With Tetsukabra shot down, my actual Palcos have arrived. Meet my new permanent buddies, Smash and You. I didn't name them, they came with these names, and I don't really know if the game is trying to send me a message. Since I have new allies by my side, I decided to get some new armor, so I farmed Tetsukabra for its armor. It doesn't have any great skills on it, just Tremorez, Health Up, and Double Sleep. But it's a boost in defense, which is all I need right now. Now that I have better armor, I can continue doing my key quest. I had to do a Gypsros quest and then a Yankaku quest. After dealing with the Bird Wyverns, I then had to go hunt a Royal Ludroth. This returned and my beloved Ignactor didn't. Nah, the crazy part is we got Magma Elmadron, but not Ignactor and Rise. That was a little close. Melee kill. He doesn't want to die by melee, okay. Alright, this is for sure a fireball kill. Fireball. With Royal Ludroth hunted, that means I completed 4 out of 5 heavy bowgun key quests, but I can't do the next key quest just yet. Before I complete the last key quest of any weapon, I always grind for the next weapon. For example, the next weapon is light bowgun, so I farmed Royal Ludroth for the Royal Launcher. This is why the run takes very long. Instead of just grinding for 1 to 3 weapons, I need to grind for all of them. After getting my next weapon, I accepted the last heavy bowgun key quest, Snow with occasional Langombi. Oh, I didn't grab... no berries. Fuck you, man. Rude ass monkey. Deathless Randomizer was what, an hour 20 or so? And World only has a total of 46 key quests, I think. This has 74. So that should put it in some perspective. Long Snarf videos. I really try not to make my videos too long. They just turn out that way. I don't really like making a video over like 45 minutes, but not much I could do when it goes over that. Monster Hunter Art is just a long ass game, or most of them. We need the TLC so the videos are longer. I mean, that's it. That's usually how it works, yeah. I mean, my base Rise videos are not long either. What, 5 minutes to the video, max? And Heavy Bowgun is done. Now that Langombi was laid to rest, that means Heavy Bowgun completed 5 key quests, so it is now locked and can no longer be used. The next weapon up is Alchemy Light Bowgun. The first Light Bowgun quest was actually the first urgent quest. Yes, urgent quests count as key quest, and it was to hunt a Blanganga. We really were one bullet away down. With Blanganga gunned down, the second Light Bowgun key quest was the Desert Gourmand. It was time to settle who is the real Nibblesnarf. Big catch. Damn it. Oh, okay. So Wilds without any of the DLC it looks like? No. This is what Wilds looks like with all the DLC. All DLC and 8K texture pack. Once again, I prove I'm the real Snarf. After I showed him who the superior Snarf is, I then did a capture key quest. The target I had to take back alive was a Nargacuga. Oh my god. The bug saved me. I keep on being one off of full house. Nice. Now that I have captured Nargacuga, I then did a Rathian key quest and farmed her for her bow. Since I have the next weapon, I did the final light bowgun key quest that made me slay a Malfestio. The light bowgun became locked and our first style has become locked as well. I used alchemy style on light and heavy bowgun, which is 2 weapons, so that means I can no longer use alchemy style for the rest of the run since it has become locked. I grabbed my adept style bow and killed a Najarla in the Forest and Hills as my first bow key quest. My second bow key quest had me return to the Forest and Hills to hunt down a Yangaruga. I would like to load my bow, please. Thank you. Oh, big. Yeah, I don't think we'll ever get the Frontier weapons in mainline. I just don't really see it, because why wouldn't they just do a new weapon over them? Tonfas have the biggest chance though, if any. There we go. I can hate this guy. With the Angaruga vanquished, I received the next urgent, a Shocking Scoundrel. This quest had me hunt down the first monster of the Fated 4, Ostalos. Okay, man. What the fuck, bro? Tragic. There we go. Pretty scary guy. After Ostalos perished, I put you on flash duty. Why am I even mentioning this? Well, it's time for another backstory. You see, during attempt 2, I had a Palico named Miko, who I will refer to as the one who shall not be named from now on. Because simply put, it was the worst Palico I have ever seen. He was also on flash duty, and out of the 80 plus flashes he threw out, he hit, and I'm not even lying or exaggerating, 4 flashes. His heals were also not very good, and also barely hit me out of stuns. By far the worst Palico I have ever had the displeasure of hunting with. He made me so annoyed that I got rid of him when attempt 2 ended, and from there on out was referred to as the one who shall not be named. I was very hesitant to give you flash bombs, as I was scared of creating another Palico like him. But you was different. And by different, I mean the complete opposite of the one who shall not be named, you will see. Anyways, it was time for the 4th bow key quest, which had me hunt a Seregios. This was the start of the Great Seregio slaying. Seregio's weapons are pretty good, especially early game as you gain sharpness when dodging. I had to farm Seregios to craft its Charge Blade. I also had to craft Blade Master armor as I will not be using Gunner armor with Charge Blade, so I farmed Tetsukabra for its Blade Master armor. Now that I have the next weapon and armor set, it was time to do the last bow key quest, Dark Wings, Dark Work. This quest needed me to slay a Gore Magala.
Why is he flying so much? Stop fucking flying, bro. I mean, that would have hit if it was literally any other monster. You! Oh my god. He's eating him. There we go. Pretty good Gore hunt.
With Gore Magala shot down, that means bow is now locked. This also means I can no longer use any gunner weapon, so from here on out I am stuck with Blade Master. I took my guild style Charge Blade to the Arctic Ridge to do my first Charge Blade key quest, and it was to hunt a Gammoth.
It's gonna charge my shield. There we go, Gammoth down.
After Gammoth fell, I had to do another capture key quest. This time I had to bring back a Glavenus.
No, fuck, I gotta get the limit break Sade off. What the fuck? Because his back was in the lava. Fuck. I was robbed. Ooh. That was pretty clean. There we go.
Now that I caught myself a Glavenus, I hunted down a Mizutsune, who was the last low-rank Fated 4 member. My 4th Chargeblade key quest was called Heaven and Earth. I had to head out to the deserted island to hunt a Rathian and Rathalos.
Oh my god, you is just so good. Humongous. If I can stop him midair. Nice. Could get a free Sade after this if I don't mess it up. Or just kill him like that. That works too.
As this was my 4th Chargeblade key quest, that means it's time to go back to Seregios farming and craft its Insect Glaive. I then received the next urgent and last low rank quest, and it was to repel a Nakarkos. Nothing too interesting happened in this quest, so we can just skip over it. With Nakarkos repelled, I made it to high rank, and that was also my last Chargeblade key quest, meaning Chargeblade is now locked. The first thing I did in high rank and with my aerial insect glaive was to farm Boldrome for its armor set. I got very lucky when hunting Blanganga all the way back in low rank and somehow got a Whisker. So I was able to craft a Blango Waist, which has higher defense than Boldrome pieces. But it also makes it so I don't need to craft a protection decoration, as I no longer get negative 10 points in protection from full Boldrome armor. Boldrome armor is actually pretty good in the early parts of a rank as it gives you attack boost. Now I can finally do my first key quest with Insect Glaive, and it made me hunt a Quechawaka.
Atacabra is a gorilla frog? I guess. Got the shape. Every monster is a gorilla. Plesioth is a gorilla. Oh my god, bug. Please get red. There we go. No, don't have white. These cats suck. You are not... You did not just say that about you.
After Ketchawaka died, my next key quest had me bully a poor lonely Celtis. I then went to the dunes to take down a Daimyo Hermitar.
You don't like either of the sisters? You don't like Hino or Minato? They're like the second best quest givers. Not really, then. Guildmarm is the worst. Mods, kill that person. I will not take any Guildmarm slander, even if it's obvious rage bait. Bro, his second phase is fucking horrible to deal with. PS2 does also has really good dialogue. Emerald Herald, Vendrick. Oh my god, what the fuck? His second phase is shit from a butt. I won't deny it. Valiant, Gargoyle, top 3 minimum. Top 3 worst? Worst Souls bosses. Or just Elden Ring. I hate Valiant Gargoyle. Top 3 Souls bosses, I would kind of say crazy. Oh my god.
With the crab hunted, I accepted the next key quest, Birds of a Feather, that makes you hunt Gypceros and Yankaku.
Yeah, Sentient Pest Everdark is also not great. I'm the opposite. If I thought... Oh shit! I dodged that with a jump. If I thought long and hard enough, I might be able to name every DS2 boss. If you give me enough time, I think I could get there. Oracle stream. They have a monster in one. But I'm bad at typing. I can't spell for shit. At the R and... Oh, my bugs suck. Nine out of 10 for Gen 4 crowns. Pretty good. I feel like I'd be so bad at Pokemon Cries. And that's another flash hit by you. So talented. Another 10 pull? Nice. Oh, you reminded me, I'm close to getting the last 110 hourglasses. More hourglasses a horde, yay. I think I fully recovered from the leucamine incident because of the login hourglasses. Oh yeah, Greninjas is really good too. A lot of starters. Recurrence. A lot of starters and legendaries.
Now that the Bird Wyvern duo was dealt with, I had to hunt even more Seregios for its gun lance. As I left the blacksmith with a newly crafted weapon, I received an urgent quest, and I had to go after a Plesioth in the Misty Peaks.
I mean, Gunner is just more rough than Blade Master in literally like every game because defense funny. Plesioth looks so much better than the 1 and 3U. Plesioth is just a big boy. It might be harder, but the fight is most definitely better. I don't know, I think the fight is way more enjoyable than 4U than Wilds. Big U flash? Underwater monster. I don't even like longsword underwater.
After the fish did its final flopped, Insect Glaive became locked as that was its final key quest. Before I could do any key quest with my Striker Gunlance, I had to farm Shogun Siennatar for its armor. It really wouldn't be a Monster Hunter playthrough if I didn't craft Shogun armor at least once. This armor set gives you Razor Sharp and Crit Eye too. Many Shogun Siennatar later, I got the full armor set and was ready to do my first Gunlance key quest, which was to hunt a Malfestio.
What? That was a crazy fucking flash. I don't even know how that hit. The flash was behind me, right? First Gunlance key quest down.
With the Sleepy Owl put to rest, my next key quest target was a Najarla.
Ain't no way. Oh. The Najarla of all time. Najarla doing Najarla thing. By Najarla things, not letting you play the game. Najarla sucks with Gunlance. Yep. Yes, it does. That was fun. Huge U-flash. What? Okay. Just on the slope somehow from there to this stupid ass skeleton. Big kill.
Now that the snake has been slain, I had to go fight a Zamtrios.
Oh fuck. Hey Joe. Big slam.
After Zamtrios was killed, I hunted a Yangaruga, which was my 4th Gunlance key quest, meaning it's time to farm for the next weapon, and who would have guessed it's time to go back to Seregios. A few steeds later, and I made it Switch Axe. With the next weapon ready to go, I accepted my last Gunlance key quest, and I needed to go fish up a Lavasioth.
Saw the clip. There is a clip. I don't. Yep, it's Lavasioth. Everyone's favorite fish. Oh, Joe, get the fuck out of here. No, what are you doing, Lavasioth? I'm so confused. Enjoy Bowgun's early game because you know, yeah. Frontier does have the old gen system. How many hours have I lost to Frontier? I don't know, I have a lot. Good amount. More than 5, I'd say. Holy fuck, leave me alone, dude. This motherfucker, do you only go in these 2 zones? I'm gonna die. I have no weapon in the main one that I've used the most. Great sword. Oh, nice.
Now that Lavasioth is no more, Gunlance has become locked. My next weapon combination was Aerial Switch Axe, and the first quest I had to do with it was actually an urgent quest that made me slay a Mizutsune.
What about Rise version? I like Rise. Still not as good though. I heard the really old one, the only Rise one. This one's just too good. The original OSTs are just always better. How it is. Easy dog. Yeah, I guess. Car that's like driving 200 miles an hour. Imagine Valstacks. Maybe even fly faster than that. What if it just goes claws first? Nice.
After Mizutsune died, I then did a Gammoth key quest and an Ostelos key quest. When I completed those quests, I got my third Switch Axe key quest, and it was to hunt a Celtis Queen.
Isn't stench maxing? Am I supposed to keep the stench on me? Stench maxing doesn't sound good. I don't think you want to be stench maxing. Go to a TCG local last month, man.
With the queen dethroned, I had to grind for the next weapon. And you guessed it, the next monster I had to grind was Daimyo Hermitaur. From here on out, I don't need any more Seregios weapons, so their population can now recover. A few crabs later, and I got Daimyo's Lance. Now that I've secured the Crab Lance, it was time to do the last Switch Axe key quest, and it was to fight an Ignactor.
I use Woodhammer till the opponent dies. You also told me to explode my Regieleki. So. You know what? That might have been the worst play, but I didn't listen to that one. A great move, for sure. I mean, he did die very fast. Maybe it would have been better. Power of free will. Unless maybe there was something that's like you can't use this again. Big.
After Ignactor went down, Switch Axe became locked, but also Aerial Style is now locked as I have used it on 2 weapons. I headed to the Volcanic Hollow with my Striker Crab Lance in hand and took down a Glavenus. The second Lance key quest was to hunt a Duramboros.
Are you fucking serious? Yeah, that's what you get. He's unlikely to come back? I could see him in wild. I don't think he has a big chance, but see him more than other monsters. I don't know, they hate 3rd gen, so maybe. Rambros thinks he deserves to live. Hey, he's a funny guy. Might not be the most entertaining monster fight, but he's fun. I do like his horns. They brought back Conga. Yeah, hopefully the DLC returning monsters are better than the base game returning monsters. Nice.
With Durambros fallen, I received an urgent quest, and it was to hunt a Seregios. One more Seregios won't hurt the Steve population, right?
I forgot sushi fish. No, I was gonna get the fucking horn. Huge. Is that a horn out? Yes, it is. Damn, what a play. Both of them synced up. Wait, that was teamwork if I've ever seen one. Better. Also, isn't there a Naruto one? I think I found that out recently. Nice.
Now that the Seregioses can live in peace since I don't need to hunt them anymore in this run, I did the next Lance key quest. That was a Mizutsune and Malfestio double hunt.
Oh my god. Getting a little too close there. There we go.
Before doing the last Lance key quest, I needed to farm Barioth for its sword and shield. I hunted quite a few Barioths, but I got all the materials I needed and crafted the sword and shield. The last Lance key quest was an Ostelos and Rathian double hunt.
What if Ostelos and Rathian make Great Owl? That's how Raid Owls are born. There we go. Bro. Conchus need to go. Can we update this game to remove Conchus in for you? Please and thank you. Alright, Sword and Shield time.
With that cheating scandal settled, Lance became locked, and I moved on to Striker, Sword and Shield. Striker is one of two styles I picked to be on 3 weapons, so this will be the final Striker weapon. The first Sword and Shield key quest was Stop the Wheel, and I had to hunt a Shigaru Magala.
You legend, man. What a fucking flash. Oh my god. The Rock. Huge round force for the kill.
After Shigaro Magala was taken down, I had to fight a Brachydios.
They're not doing that for a gacha. That's just how Tencent makes characters look. Goon has lost all meaning in that reply section. Yeah, I don't know. Found it. Been canceled for years, that's why I'm confused. What a good video. Turn around, Bracky. Holy, wait. How did that hit? You're like, bro, you got that on like the pixel of the turnaround. What the fuck? Oh shit. Alright. Bracky was hitting hard.
Now that Brachydios did its last punch, I had to go to the Frozen Seaway to do a Zamtrios and Gammoth double hunt.
Oh, that's a Gameth. Hi, Gameth. Uppercut her ass, nice.
With the duo of the Frozen Seaway taken down, I had to do another double hunt that consisted of a Glavenus and an Uragaan. Thankfully, this is the only time Uragaan is required in the hub.
Big kick kill. I did not see that. Fucking blind. Do not push me into a bomb, please. There we go. Alright.
After I hunted the cool, awesome Glavenus and that gross Uragaan, I had to farm Zamtrios for its hammer. The last Sword and Shield quest was an urgent quest called Hellfire Star. I had to get rid of Nakarkos once and for all. This is one of the scariest quests in the run, as Nakarkos has a true one-shot, that being its gigantic laser. It does have a really long startup, but any move that one-shots you is always scary.
And I'm back where I was 2 years ago.
When I headed back from Wyvern's End, Sword and Shield became locked as well as Striker style. The next weapon I picked up was Guild style Hammer. The first Hammer quest was also an urgent quest called Legendary Skills. 2 years later and I arrived at the Diablos Gate once again. This Diablos is really scary because while it is a high rank Diablos, it is buffed to keep you on your toes. It is time to get some revenge and hope Diablos lets me through the G rank gate.
The demon has been vanquished.
After 2 whole years, I am finally haunted by Diablos no longer, and I made it through to G rank. The first thing I did in G rank was hunt a ton of Boldromes to craft G rank Boldrome armor. Boldrome armor does have Demonic Blessing, that makes it so you have a chance to take more damage from attacks. So to bring protection up, I needed a protection decoration, which required me to get some Rathian shells. I crafted the protection decoration, so I no longer have Demonic Blessing activated. I have the skills Attack Up Medium and Adrenaline 1. The first G-Rank key quest I accepted was a Boldrome and Guidrome double hunt.
Oh my god, this is a gold crown. God, he's so huge. Oh my god, the KO into the kill. Got full art iris? Are those the only trainers in this set? Mega Shun, I know that.
Now that I hunted another Boldrome and the most forgotten drome, I had to do a Yankaku key quest and a Gypsros key quest. For the next weapon, I needed a pure crystal, so I cracked another Gypsros' skull open to get one. I also needed some fire cell stones, so I had to do a mining detour. After getting all the materials I needed, I finally crafted the Volca Magnon Greatsword. Before I could move on to Greatsword, I needed to do the last hammer key quest. And it was a Daimyo Hermitar and Cephadrome double hunt.
I think you should play GU and Cry and For You and Frontier and 1G and Dose. Not bad.
With the Sandy duo taken care of, Hammer and Guild Style have become locked. I can now move on to my favorite weapon combination in all of GU, Valor Greatsword. This is also the first weapon I chose to do 6 key quests instead of 5. The first key quest I had to do with Greatsword was a double Royal Ludroth hunt. That quest then unlocked the next urgent, which was to slay a Baroth.
There we go. I'm in HR2 now.
After Barroth was buried in the dirt, I had to fight a Basarios.
DMC2 for PS2. Getting peak. Best video game ever made. Fire Giant has hype around it. I feel like everyone hates that boss, no? Or like a good amount of people. Midir, I love Midir. I think Midir's cool. Midir is indeed hype. Especially, I love that you have to post him off the bridge first. Loretta... yeah, Loretta isn't bad either.
With the Basarios key quest completed, I had to farm him for his armor. While farming Basarios, one of the craziest clips happened.
Knife kill. Knife kill. No, wait. I still got one more. Hold up. Don't count me out.
I'm calculating.
2 more hits, and then he'll be at 1 HP. 2 more fully charged hits. Nah, maybe. No, I'm feeling 3 more. Okay. Watch this.
Boom! Holy shit! It was calculated. It was all calculated. That was indeed calculated all in my mind to the very last HP. A few more Basarios hunted after that clip, and I got its full armor set. Basarios armor doesn't have the best skills ever. The skills on it are Part Breaker, Stamina Thief, and Defense Boost Medium. The main reason for crafting Basarios armor is for the defense boost. And while defense boost isn't a very good skill, there are like barely any good armor sets that are A, safe to grind for, and B, don't require hyper materials to upgrade. Basarios armor does need hyper materials at level 6, so the highest I can upgrade it is to level 5. But the defense boost makes it so this armor has around the same amount of defense a lot of max upgraded armors would have. Even though I just crafted a brand new armor set, I put back on my Boldrome armor as Basarios armor has -10 water res and -15 dragon res. So any monster that deals water or dragon damage, I go back to Boldrome armor as it has better water and dragon res. The next key quest I had to do made me go after another Plesioth.
Oh my god, you broke apart with that. Oh, wow. Nice. Plessioth down.
After Plessioth died, I made a quote-unquote mix set. The set is just all Basarios armor besides the arms, which are Boldrome arms. The reason I did this was I got a talisman with attack plus 8. The talisman with the arms gave me attack small while also keeping defense boost medium. I then made some decorations with leftover materials to give me the skills defense up medium, attack up medium, and stamina thief. The first key quest I accepted with my brand new build was a Congalala.
Really? Nice.
Congalala was my 5th greatsword key quest, meaning I needed to grind for the next weapon. So I hunted even more Congalala to craft its hunting horn. With Congalala's horn made, I accepted the last greatsword key quest, which was to hunt a Nursilla.
Something I forget. Do I still not have mulberries in my fucking item? Holy fuck, man.
Now that I squished the spider, it was time to sadly say goodbye to Greatsword, as it is now locked. The next weapon was a depth-style hunting horn, and I also picked this weapon to do 6 key quests, meaning I am only allowed to do 6 key quests with 1 more weapon. The first key quest I had to do with hunting horn was to fight a Rathian.
That didn't get her or what? First hunting horn quest done.
After Rathian was hunted, I then completed the next key quest that made me do a Volvodon and Great Macau double hunt. I then had to hunt a few Rathians so I can craft artillery decorations so I can get the skill Artillery Expert. The reason I need this skill is because the next urgent was a giant dragon invasion. This quest has you either slay or repel Lao Shang Lung. This quest is extremely boring as all I did was just use artillery weapons. I did not draw my weapon a single time in this hunt. If you hit most cannon shots, ballista shots, bolt demolisher shots, and use the Dragonator, Lao should repel very easily. For the last 20 seconds of the quest, I just stared at him and I still dealt enough damage to repel him. So long, Lao, I hope Fatalis does not roast you alive. When I returned to the hub, the pub manager told me about a mysterious mech. Surely it's nothing to worry about. Anyways, my next key quest target was a Glavenus.
There we go.
With Glavenus's eardrums blown out, I had to hunt a Gammoth.
There we go.
Now that Gammoth came crashing down, I crafted dual daggers, which is the second to last upgraded versions of the Ore dual blades. I can now do my last hunting horn key quest, and it was to fight a Mizutsune.
Oh, big smash kill.
After I bonked Mizutsune, Hunting Horn became locked. The next weapon combination is Adept Style Dual Blades. Adept Style is the second and last style I allowed to be on 3 weapons. I also allow Dual Blades to do 6 key quests, meaning this is the last weapon able to do 6 key quests. The first Dual Blades key quest had me hunt a Barioth.
Oh my god, he got that off before he went in the fucking snowman. Actually insane. Insane flash.
With Barioth cut, I had to unfortunately fight a Gravios.
What the fuck are you doing, man? Why does every big ass monster feel the need to squish in the tiny ass hallway? In the fucking loading zone. Please break the breath back. Oh my god, why does cooling effect run out? Huge. Gravios down.
Now that I got rid of that vile creature, I had to go after the last G-Rank Fated 4 member, Astalos.
Alright.
After the final Fated 4 member was taken down, I put back on my full Bodrome armor, as the next quest was the Urgent Sky Render. In this quest, you have to either slay or repel Valstrax.
Let's fucking go.
When I saw Valstrax limping, I walked back to camp as there is no reason to continue fighting it and risk dying as I know he is going to be repelled. I have made it to G4, the final rank of GU Hub. The first G4 key quest I did was to hunt a Diablos, but this one was really easy and not as hard as the other Diablos, so I'm not going to give this one much screen time. Anyways, I had to do some real Monster Hunter gameplay like fishing. I caught a couple of big ones and was able to craft the final weapon, Iron Banisher. It is the final upgrade of the Iron Longsword, and I was only able to max upgrade it because I got really lucky when repelling Valstrax, as I got 2 Shimmering Dragon Fluid, which is what you need for the final upgrade. With the last weapon secured, I had to do the last Dual Blades key quest that had me fight a Tigrex.
And that's it for Dual Blades.
After Tigrex was vanquished, Dual Blades and Adept style became locked. This left me with only one weapon and style left. The last weapon combination was Valor style Longsword. My first Longsword key quest was the one and only Deviljho.
That's Joe.
From one invader to the next, I had to go toe-to-toe with a Rajang.
There's Rajay.
Now that the monkey has been put down, I headed on over to the arena where I had to do an Ignactor and Duramboros double hunt.
Double arena quest down.
With Ignactor and Duramboros taken out, I received the second to last quest of the run. And I would say this is the easiest quest to die on, right besides the final quest. This quest is called a Very Long Engravement, and it is a Gravios and Glavenus double hunt. Yes, dung bombs help a lot of course, but if these monsters are in the same area for even just a second, that is more than enough time to get you killed.
Oh my god. One quest remains.
On April 24th, 2026, exactly 2 years and 1 day after the beginning of Attempt 1, I accepted the 73rd key quest of Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, Castle on the Run. The main objective of this quest is to slay the final boss of the game, Atel Ka.
Holy shit. I'm free. Oh my god, it's over. What a fucking journey. Holy shit. And that's Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. All 73 key quests completed without dying or carding while using all 14 weapons and 6 styles. And just like that, I beat Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate with all 14 weapons and 6 styles without dying or carding a single time. As I watched Ahtoka fall, this feeling of relief came over me. While 3 attempts doesn't seem like much, this challenge felt way longer than it was due to the hiatus. Also, I don't think I emphasized on how many times people would ask about this challenge while doing other challenge runs, so it really did stick with me even when I wasn't attempting it. I also didn't have much faith in myself completing this challenge. When doing my reroute, I continued the second attempt character on stream just to make sure everything was good. And I died a good amount during it. I even remember saying on stream that I regret making this run and it was too hard for me. I don't consider myself very good at Monster Hunter despite what it may look like, especially for the amount of hours I have in this franchise. I can't speedrun monsters at a consistent level, and I even forget about some basic things here and there, but I do have the skill of being persistent. This run, however, I feel like I can say I did a pretty good job in. Sorry about the small little vent. Anyways, after every single hunt, even in the first 2 attempts, I would do the Prance emote. So after defeating Ahtoka, I returned to Burna Hub, walked in the middle, and did a victory prance as the Burna Hub theme played out.